Look, most advertisers obsess over the wrong Facebook ad metrics. Cost per lead this, CPA that, click-through rate, CPM. They're useless. You need to track this one metric that drives success. And in this video, I want to walk you through what this one metric is that can help you scale your Facebook ad account to new heights. Now, if you're new to the channel, you know who I am. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, where on the one hand, we help businesses implement scalable ad engines, and on the other, we grow e-com and info businesses to multi-seven figures with paid ads. That said, I've profitably spent and advised on over $15 million in ad spend in the last 12 months, and let's get straight into today's video. So as you can see on my screen, I got a couple screenshots opened up in front of me, and I want to walk you through what these are and what are they all sharing in common. So I've got three different business types, in fact, to show you, or it's not true, two business types, but I'll make it three just for you. So here at the start, I have a Hyros screenshot. If you're not familiar to what Hyros is, it's a third-party attribution tool that a lot of info product businesses, ad agencies, sometimes local businesses use. Then here, I actually have a screenshot of one of our prospects' calculator that they use internally for their e-commerce businesses to track profitability. And finally, I have TripleWell, which is mainly used by e-commerce businesses to track their results. In all three cases, I am analyzing one simple metric. It is call it new customer CPA, or people call it nCAC. So new customer acquisition cost for nCAC, or Hyros, which simply calls it CAC, as you can see right here for my little square that I have right there. What is CAC, and why is it that so many business owners do not optimize for it? Well, again, I'm going to make a little drawing right here if you want of what CAC is about and why and how each and every single one of you can optimize on CAC based on your different businesses that you might be running ads for. So CAC is customer acquisition cost. So this is the cost that it costs you or the business to spend on ads to acquire a new customer, right? Whereas CPA is, cost per action. Cost per lead is an example. Well, I just said it right here. It's CPL, so cost per lead. So we can both agree that when you look as an example, and this is the perfect example for this e-commerce brand, right? CPA is of $22, meaning currently it's costing us $22.8 to get one person to purchase our product. But it does not mean it's a new customer. It does not mean we just welcome the new customer in the funnel. It just means we got someone to purchase. Whereas NC CPA, so new customer CPA, it's actually how much does it cost us right now to bring a brand new customer who has no idea who this business is yet, has never yet purchased from this business into the funnel. And this is where growth happens, right? If you know your new customer CPA for any given ad that you run on an ad account, you can therefore optimize on the front end with your ads to make sure that they bring you more new customers, which is the sole purpose of advertising, to bring you customers, not leads, not calls, not impressions, not traffic, customers. So that being said, if all your ads did was to retarget, which means as an example here, if my CPA was like $22, but my NC CPA was like $300, I'd have a problem. That would mean that like my business can easily retarget customers and get them to come back from ads, but it's not really reaching new eyeballs and bringing me new customers. This is what this client is also tracking here. Manually in the back end, every single day, they go on Shopify. Shopify gives you, luckily, a percentage of a new order versus returning customers. And so you can reverse engineer these numbers to understand, well, how much money did I make today from new customers, or how many orders came in today from new customers versus returning customers. And then so you can build yourself your own tracking sheet like this client did here, which she tracks her own nCAC, which is the same thing as NC CPA as an example, or simply CAC. Again, people use different abbreviations, which all mean the same thing. So right here, she tracks that on a daily basis. This single metric is truly the health of your business. Because again, I see so many people as an example, they're focusing on cost per lead. Well, first of all, the thing is, if you focus on cost per lead, you don't yet know, is this a new lead or a returning lead? I see so many info product businesses that like when you actually look into their backend and into their CRM, they keep paying for the same leads over and over again. Like their cost per lead is pretty low, but it's because like the same people keep seeing the same ads and just keep on opting in a gazillion times in the same ad. Yes, trust me, this happens quite a lot. And so that said, CPL doesn't really mean much. And CPL also doesn't mean much because a lead does not necessarily mean it's a qualified lead. A qualified lead doesn't necessarily mean they're going to book in a call, and let alone make your turn into a sale or into a customer. And so if you optimize your ads based on cost per lead and you kill an ad that has, and I'm going to show you this as an example, like I might have here as an example, ad 1 and an ad 2. And in ad 1, I'm going to add, the metrics here, CPL, and then cost per booked call, and then, CAC, right? So I might have ad 1 here, which has as an example, a $10 cost per lead. And an ad 2 has a $30 cost per lead. And an ad 1 has let's say a $50 cost per book call. And an ad 2 has a $250 cost per book call, right? If that's all I look at, so first of all, if all I look at is this, right? On my ads manager, well, for sure, I would then turn off ad 2. I'm like, well, ad 2 is not a good ad, right? Ad 2 is like, it's not working. It's not really converting. And then same thing here. If all I'm looking at is also cost per book call, then I would be like, well, honestly, ad 2 sucks, like $250 for a call, way too expensive. But then if I have my CAC numbers, if I can track and know that the leads that came in from ad 2, they converted at a higher rate. And so my CAC actually is of $500 for ad 2, whereas my CAC, let's say for ad 1 is $1,000, right? This happens so often for a lot of local businesses, info product businesses, coaching businesses, agencies that I analyze their ad accounts. Is they're going to optimize based on front end metrics like cost per lead or CPA for e-commerce businesses, right? So CPA again, meaning any sort of purchase, and they just disregard the only important metric that matters, which is CAC in the back end. And the thing is, Facebook cannot show you CAC. Facebook does not make the difference between a new customer or a returning customer, or a new lead or a returning lead. And then you tell me, well, Justin, what if I just exclude all of my past purchasers from my ad targeting? What if I exclude all of my past leads from my ad targeting? It's not fully effective. When you exclude your, and I'm going to say here, let's say past purchases, right? Or past customers or past leads, call it whatever you want. Well, there's about maybe, 40% or whatever of your leads who are actually going to be matched. This is your matching percentage. What you do is when you upload those metrics to Facebook, Facebook is going to try and find those names and emails and match those to an actual Facebook profile. They'll be able to match maybe 40, 50, maybe 60% tops of the actual profiles with customers on Facebook. So there's a significant portion of the people that you upload which are just disregarded. So Facebook is still going to target them. I tested that in many accounts, and you might have seen that yourself too, where you've excluded all the purchases. You yourself are a purchaser of one of your clients as an example, or of your own business, and then you still see your own ads and you're like, why? Have I not excluded myself? Well, it's because of that. Not everybody is matched. And so regardless of whatever exclusions you do, if you're only optimizing based on what is on platform, so what's shown to you on Facebook, you're never going to be able to truly know what your CAC is. And so that's why businesses then look into a third-party solutions like Triple here for e-commerce businesses, which are going to give you new customer CPA, or something like Hyros here, which also is going to give you CAC. And so now you are able to optimize an ad based on, are my closers closing sales from the sales calls booked by my setters from the leads gotten by this ad? Pretty simple, right? And not only that, I mean, it's not the point of this video, but I could take it a step further. I could even talk about here this other metric, lifetime value, right? Which here, both on Triple and both on Hyros, you have lifetime value attribution. So I'm also able to know what ad, what campaign perhaps is bringing me the leads who are going to be worth the most in the long run. So I not only know how much it's costing me to acquire a specific client from a specific ad or campaign, I also know the average lifetime value of a lead for this ad or this campaign, which now I could take this a step further and stop optimizing on CAC and start optimizing also on lifetime value and say, as an example, I'm going to reverse, I'm literally going to undo what I did earlier and say, for all I know, it's going to cost me a lot more money to acquire a customer from ad 1 and a lot less from ad 2. So if all I look at is CAC, then I would kill ad 1 and keep ad 2. But if I add lifetime value, I perhaps see an average of, ad 1 as an example. My lifetime value of a customer in ad 1 is something like $3,000, whereas on ad 2, it's something like $2,000. And I'm like, well, you know what? I acquire less customers from ad one, but they're worth more money. And so now you would have to sit down and do the math. If I, let's say, have acquired 2 customers here, 3 there, am I making more money? Well, 2 here with ad one, I'm actually making, $6,000 in the lifetime value. 3 with ad 2, well, I'm actually also making $6,000 in lifetime value, right? Because I'm doing 3 times 2,000. So both ads are performing the same technically for my business, even though they're not getting me the same amount of leads, they're not getting me the same amount of calls, and my CAC is entirely different, right? So you have to always look at the most downstream metric that you can calculate. LTV starts to be a little harder to calculate in a lot of cases. So it's a bit more of a gray zone for a lot of businesses to calculate. Although TripleWell and Hyros show you these, it's not the most clear metric for a lot of marketers to understand and optimize on. So I would say at the very minimum, I implore you, if you're watching this video, start optimizing on CAC if you can do so, okay? Because you will see in many cases, the ad with the lowest cost per lead or with the lowest cost per book call is not necessarily the ad actually getting you the most amount of customers. And I would even argue that most of the time, it's not the ad with the lowest cost per lead getting you the most amount of customers. So you have to know those backend metrics in order to properly justify turning an ad off on your ad account. And look, remember that even if you now understand the said Facebook ad metric, you need the right ad creatives, you need the right funnel, you need the right strategy in place to make your ads profitable. And that's where I come in. So if you made it all the way through this video and you are an info product or e-com business wanting to partner with a paid ads partner on Meta, Google, or TikTok, click the first link in the description down below to book in a call with myself and the team at paidadvertising.com today. Or if you want one-on-one consulting with me and my team and have us review your offer, systems, funnel, ads, name it, check out a second link down below to join our one-on-one ad engine consulting program. And once you've done that, check out this next video showing you the best ad format for 2025.